Welcome, one and all, to the first ever live cast of the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast for our predictions of SummerSlam.
Yes, it is the biggest party of the summer, folks.
We're getting partied. Woo! Tony's getting the Corona. I am actually going to give you not only our previews, but a live taste test of Lazy Horse Vineyard Sweet Elderwise, a very popular grape here in Nebraska I've never tried.
All right.
It's going to be a twofer for you folks. Very entertaining. Like I said, probably the most important live cast that's ever been made.
Yep, we are live right now watching the SummerSlam pre-show. We didn't get to hammer out our predictions this week, so we thought this would be a perfect opportunity.
Party it up.
Go live, party it up with everybody else watching the pre-show, getting ready for the main show kickoff. This is about as up-to-date predictions as you get because
the show starts in an hour.
Yeah, the show starts in an hour, hour and a half. These day and ages, the show changes up to the day of. Hell, during the show, it changes. So it's gotten a lot harder to preview the show and predict the show. So we have 10 matches here that we're 82% are sure happening on the card tonight.
And this hits the nose 82% like a Moscato. Not quite, but very close. Not bad for a Nebraska Hardy grape. Now, moving on, before I palate, let's go to the actual card. So, we've got what's probably going to be the pre-show opener. Gulak versus Oni Lorcan.
Yep.
Sorry, sir.
Yep.
For the Cruiserweight Championship, I think this is going to be another great athletic match. Not quite as good as Murphy would put out. But I think Gulak's going to retain. I don't see any reason why.
I got Gulak.
Lorcan would win.
I got Gulak as well. Side note on that, I'm really kind of disappointed that both Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali are on SmackDown now, and we have not gotten to see that match again. Come on. Make it happen. Make it happen.
Now, moving on to the main card, and actually what's being showed right now as we speak in the build-up, The Fiend. Bray Wyatt versus
just
Finn Balor. So
this is an easy one.
This is going to be just Finn Balor's final match.
Yeah, for a while.
And then
we're going to get time off.
Oh, have to. So I got Wyatt. And on that
would be the biggest waste of one of the hottest build-ups for one of the craziest, dumbest.
Shh! Don't give them ideas.
I know.
So all right,
as a guy who hated the repackaging of Bray Wyatt.
At first I did. I thought it was absolutely moronic. And now I'm on board. Now, my first palate of Sweet Elderwise.
Here we go.
Not quite as sweet as a Moscato. Not overbearing. Because it's a Nebraska grape, not a lot of tannin structure. But I would drink it. I'll be drinking it the rest of the night. All right. So, moving on up the card. Let's go with Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon.
Okay. Yep. This is a no-brainer for me, obviously, since KO is the one with the career on the line. It's got to be KO. I think the Shane push is coming to an end.
As hard as it is for me to bet against it, Tony.
The best in the world. Shane McMahon. Yeah,
I got to go with Owens. It's going to be Owens.
There you go. Hopefully that's the last time I'll have to do that. I think Shane's going away after this for just a little bit.
Okay, who knows where it's going to be on the card, but we got Charlotte Flair versus Trish Stratus in Trish Stratus's final match.
Supposedly.
I was going to go with Trish until I heard that last little detail about her final match. She's one of those that knows you go out on your back.
Yeah, regardless of this being Trish's last match or not, they can tagline that all they want. It could or couldn't be. Like, let's face it.
Think of how many times they got that out of The Undertaker.
Exactly. So I don't think it matters. I think the biggest reason for this is twofold. One, this is a huge rub for Charlotte. Charlotte is going to be the centerpiece long after she's done the ring. She's going to be looked at as an icon of the women's roster. This is a huge rub for her. This is a big match for her. It's a big win for her. And the other reason, very simple, petty. it was supposed to be Sasha Banks at one time to face Trish Stratus. So, yeah, this is easily Charlotte all day.
Yeah,
and hopefully this is a much better outing for Trish than that last tag match.
Speaking of passive-aggressive jabs at Sasha Banks, SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley versus Ember Moon.
Indeed. The build for this, it started going somewhere, and then it kind of fizzled, and it just kind of lost interest.
There was build to this?
Not enough, and it fizzled at the end. So I don't think there was enough reason on the go home or even the week before to give Ember the win here.
Now, the match...
I would love to see Ember get the win, but no.
It'll be Bayley.
Yeah.
Now, moving on to the match that we're all really excited for. The one we've all been for with the most anticipation. The one we've been asking for years.
Yes.
Tony, we are finally getting that Goldberg-Dolph Ziggler match we've been asking for.
You know, every year I'm like, why haven't we had that Ziggler-Goldberg match? The stylistic mashup. It's an instant classic. It's just two names that you've always got. You know, if only
on the tip of your tongue.
Yeah, like together in the ring. Finally,
Sting, Undertaker,
Ziggler,
Goldberg.
Ziggler Goldberg.
I mean that.
It makes so much sense. I'm so excited.
Hogan, Austin, Ziggler, Goldberg. I mean, these were the matches we've been asking for.
Oh, fine. You know.
Basically, okay, Ziggler, this is going to be your broom handle moment. This will be a highlight for your career if you can pull out a 3-star match out of Goldberg at this point in his career.
You know what? Maybe that's what this is about. It's about Goldberg redeeming himself after the tanking of the final few minutes of the Undertaker match. It gets him a good worker in there within the ring. Hopefully this is...
Oh, yeah.
Gets him back in the game.
If Ziggler can't pull a good match out of you, they ain't pulling a good match out of you.
There you have it. And they want Goldberg back on the roster a bit moving forward with the move to SmackDown on Fox.
So who do you want, though, T?
I'd love... They teased the idea, Rumorville, of Ziggler getting the shock win here. No, it's Goldberg. It's another Goldberg win. Easy.
Oh, and we're seeing right here, as we're recording live, Apollo Crews versus Buddy Murphy was just announced.
And Alexa and Nikki versus the Iconics. So, shall we?
I got Alexa, Nikki, and I got Buddy Murphy.
Me too.
Yeah, that was... So,
hands
was
down.
Great.
Hands down.
So, moving on to the championship ends of this card. We're going to start off with Ricochet challenging 2018's Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast Wrestler of the Year, the phenomenal AJ Styles. Who you got here, T?
Man, I think we're finally going to start seeing more from the faction side of things. I think that's the reason for the repairing of AJ and Gallows Anderson. I feel like they want them to be a bit of a force moving forward, so taking the title off AJ here doesn't make much sense to me. I hate to call Ricochet a placeholder champ, but I don't see him getting it back here. I just don't. I think it stays with AJ.
I disagree. I think Ricochet is going to take it back because there's not going to be a lot of happy moments for this SummerSlam for the
I don't think there has to
side
be.
of things.
I don't think there has.
You're going to see a lot of heel champions retaining or taking the title, and so Ricochet taking it's going to be one of SummerSlam's feel-good moments.
Yeah, not seeing it. AJ.
Ricochet. Well, sir, we have a difference.
Finally.
Now, moving on up the title, we move to Kofi Kingston versus the Viper.
The Viper.
Randall Orton himself.
Boy, you put more effort into that introduction than he's going to put into this match.
No, he's going to put in a lot of effort into this match because he's actually going to win it and take the title. So you're actually going to see a pretty good performance.
He's going to put in half-ass effort because he's not going to
He's
win this match.
He's going to counter the Trouble in Paradise into an RKO. And that gives
then Kofi gets a leg on the rope and no. Kofi's retaining, dude. You cannot tell me they did the feel-good moment at WrestleMania and they've had him face the likes of Ziggler and Samoa Joe and all these guys that
top level champions.
I'd rather see it go on these guys and build these guys depth-wise, why waste pulling the belt off Kofi now to put it on Randy Orton?
To give Kofi another reason to chase it again, because to be honest, we're at a point now where you could take the belt off of Kofi.
I thought you could last month, and they didn't. I wanted to see it go on Ziggler. I thought it should have.
We both knew that wasn't happening.
No, we knew. I tried, but it didn't happen. It is what it is.
It was a good match, though. For a cage match with the stupid door stipulation, it's a very good match.
Indeed. But no, there's no way. I don't see it going on Orton here. I just don't see the need. Not necessary.
Well, I don't think we saw the need when he won the Royal Rumble or won the world title at WrestleMania either. But guess what? That office loves them some RKO.
Yeah, well, not tonight. Kofi Mania lives for another month.
The Viper's going to sink his fangs into Kofi's title run and end it. And then it's going to give Kofi a great regaining the title story arc.
Yeah, we'll see.
So that's what I see. We've got two differences. Moving on up to Becky Lynch versus Natalya Neidhart.
This is easy. This is in Canada.
You want to do this on three?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Becky! Yeah, Natty.
Because, of course, they're going to have some people from their hometown lose in
Natty.
their hometown. Why would you want the hometown to feel good about things?
Natty can't win in Canada in a title match. Come on. Actually, honestly, I expect some schmozzery and another.
You don't think they're going to do have Becky put her in the sharpshooter?
Absolutely do.
Oh, please.
Absolutely do. And it maybe
Book it, please.
Maybe kind of teases a Becky heelish turn, because let's face it, when Becky tried to turn heel, the crowd went, no, we want to cheer this Becky. So what do? They turned that Becky face-ish again. And guess what? Now the crowd's turning on that. So how do you regain momentum? Make her the bad guy so they cheer her again.
It's almost like we've been saying that for Roman Reigns.
Weird.
Well,
weird.
I'm sure they'll listen to us.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
Moving on to...
What do you think they're watching on the monitor on the pre-show? Us, right now.
We are SummerSlam show prep. You are here with us live to get the inside scoop, folks. I mean,
Indeed.
Best deal ever.
Indeed.
So, as I like to say, all that being said, we move on to the main event. Seth Rollins versus the Beast Incarnate. I'm going to have to do it. Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
Who you got here, T? Champ? Who you got?
I know who you got, and you're wrong.
Ronda by armbar?
You know what? I wouldn't be shocked to see a Ronda or a Becky appearance tonight, but we do know that Brock is in the building because he's defending the title.
That's a 50-50.
That is a 50-50. Does Seth Rollins get his title back here tonight? He's gotten the absolute crap kicked out of him for 2 weeks straight. He's going to be hobbling in here. He has zero chance to win. That's why he's going to win. You know why? I'll elaborate, but go ahead and make your pick.
My pick is no, with a little bit of no sauce, sprinkled with some extra no on it.
Okay.
Because it's going to be Brock Lesnar retaining all day. Paul's the head of Raw. Who do you think he's going to want heading up his brand?
You know what? That's fine. But Seth Rollins said right at the end of the beatdown after Lesnar was gone, I'm going to beat Brock Lesnar. I guarantee it. And you know what? He said it in a way that made me think Seth Rollins is about to turn heel. Same reason I like the Becky idea of a heel turn. Seth Rollins is going to start turning heel because they want to change his image. The good guy, Seth, happy-go-lucky, I love you crowd, not getting over as much as they'd like. Let's face it, the champions coming out of WrestleMania, they're fading. The momentum's fading, just like the Kofi thing, just like the Becky thing. I think turning Seth heelish here, changing that image, gets a little bit of help, maybe even help. Why not Paul Heyman? Why not Paul Heyman? Something happens.
You do make a compelling point there because I remember about 4 years ago, Jim Ross said in an interview, Brock Lesnar is about this close to being the biggest face in this company. Now, things have certainly changed since then.
Yep.
But double turn with those two would be compelling because Brock,
Indeed.
in his own weird way, can work as a face.
Yep. He doesn't need the mouthpiece when he's
None.
a face, so it just works.
Seth, fine heel, Ric Flair level heel. So I got Lesnar on this. I really just don't see, unless we do some sort of double turn like you predict, I see Lesnar retain.
I think, yeah,
away.
If there's no heel turn, yeah, Lesnar should retain. I think so. I do. But I got Seth here. And you know what? I liked, like when I first come back to WWE after being away for a while, the big hot feud for the WWE title was Lesnar Rollins. Rollins playing the part of heel as the champ. This was after he stole the title at WrestleMania. And they worked. It worked very well with Lesnar as the face and Rollins as the heel. So I think something happens here, and that's how you can kind of continue this Rollins and Lesnar feud.
There's some potential.
Where does Rollins go here if he loses?
Heel turn on Roman.
I don't see that.
Been there, done that?
Yeah, too many times. It's not worth it.
Roman heel turn on Rollins.
Yes, do that. Do that.
Well, folks, as I am wont to say here at the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, all that being said, this was our first live cast. We are getting ready for SummerSlam. Join us, folks, when we cover all the fallout of SummerSlam right here at the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Join us, folks.